Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Broken Brand. And today we're going to be taking a quick look at Lollipop Chainsaw RePOP. Now, this is a game that was released back in 2012 to a wide popularity of, let's be honest, teenage boys love this game. Why? Because it is a scantily clad cheerleader running around killing zombies with a chainsaw. Yep, if you want to tackle the teenage boy market, that's exactly what you do. And I've never played the game, although the gameplay does look kind of fun. To be honest, it's if you like zombie killing games. Even stuff old arcade games like House of the Dead, where you're running around shooting zombies and stuff like that. This looks like just a fun game, but it's been released now, and none of the gaming sites are doing official reviews of the game. All new tactics in this war on DEI. And because they'll review games like Concord, Dustborn, Star Wars Outlaws, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and give them great reviews. And then when it comes to a game that's been remastered and re released, not even a word. However, all the user reviews across multiple platforms, especially Steam, have it as a 9.9 out of 10, a 90, a 9.1. This game is getting great user reviews because you can play the original version as it was, or the new pop version, which is remastered, and the violence itself is toned down, the gore is softened, so there's no blood. A lot of the things that are seemingly violent become more cartoony, so it's more suitable for, young teenagers than the original game was. And the tactic is they're just not reviewing it. Why? Because here's here's the lead. A very thin, very busty, blonde-headed cheerleader, scantily clad, like Stellar Blade or something like that, that the game journalist just went on a tirade about. Oh, it's just, which I thought was funny when they were reviewing. Oh, a woman doesn't look like that in Stellar Blade. And literally, it was a 3D model of the lead developer's wife. Literally, they did a 3D image of her, and that's where they got the body from. So it's like, oh, this woman doesn't exist. Actually, she does. It's crazy. And we're not looking for games to be accurate. We're not looking for Mario and Yoshi in the real world, are we? No. But this is a fun game. This is not a game for everybody. I mean, it's not a game that I'm like, yeah, I want to play it. I'm a big JRPG, RPG fan. I've been playing Sandland and Visions of Mana. I've been streaming that. And this is just a game that because they're getting slandered for review bombing, giving bad reviews to good games that don't fall in line with DEI standards, that now their new tactic is don't review it at all. Don't give any information about it. So I guess it's the new tactic for gaming journos out there to ignore a game that isn't woke, isn't proper. And I'm not saying this is a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm saying the users are loving it and having a blast playing it. I've seen the gameplay. It looks fun. Honestly, it's one of those ones that, yeah, if I had it, I'd play it. If I had the original version, yeah, I'd play it. If I had the new version, someone gave me the new version, I'd play it too. And it looks just like a fun zombie killer game. It's not one I'd play a lot, probably. Honestly, it's just not my type of game. But the fact that all the game journaling websites out there, like IGN and the Gamer and Kotaku and all these other ones that are just praise all these games that were terrible won't touch a game that is doing great, doing huge. Limited run games made physical copies of this release and sold out. I mean, within a couple weeks, completely sold out on pre orders. It's not even being released till later this year. The physical copies of this aren't even being released till September or November. Somewhere. No, I think they're starting to ship late this month and through November, depending on your system. So physical copies will exist, but this is just one of those games. It's like, why? Because it doesn't fit. And I'm not saying this is a game you should go buy. I'm just saying it's a very interesting tactic that they've picked up that we'll just ignore it, you know. And I think that's bad. I think that's the sign that shows that they're trying to manipulate what is considered good and bad in the gaming industry, trying to shape the gaming industry when gamers are like, just give us a good game to play. Seriously. Um, and you know what? It's great. I've literally gotten several subscribers to my channel, all from me streaming Visions of Mana. Not because everyone says, oh, it's a great game. They're watching it like, this looks like fun. I've had a couple chats with people. They're like, this looks fun. Are you having a blast? I'm like, it's a blast. It's 100% fun. I love it. And if I was playing this game and I was loving it, I would tell people, yeah, get it. You'll love it. If this is your type of game, get it. Great. You're going to love it. But just because you don't like it, doesn't live up to the messaging standards that you have in your head, doesn't mean you shouldn't review it objectively. This is why gaming sites are disappearing. I mean, Kotaku's on its last leg. Game Informer shut down. And a lot of these gaming journalists' websites are slowly losing views to the website and losing revenue because of this forced messaging and trying to shape what we're supposed to like and what we're not supposed to like. Now, if they reviewed and said this game is terrible, and here's why, ABC, okay, this game is great. Here's why, ABC, great. But the new tactic of not reviewing it is very interesting. It's just one of those things that when it comes to gaming and game reviews now, I really do think you should find people that are literally playing it somewhere. And that's how I pick my games. I literally put a game on my wish list last night based on a suggestion of a viewer, and it looks great. It was cheap. It's an old survival game, and it was $10 on Steam. I picked it up. I'm installing it now, and it's going to be fun because I saw the gameplay. It looks fun. Someone who watched it and enjoys the same game I'm playing recommended it. That's how things are going to get talked about nowadays if this is how game journalist websites are going to be. And I suggest you do that. Find people playing games that you like on YouTube. See what they're playing. Ask them what they're playing, what they're going to play next. Sometimes it'll be good, sometimes it'll be bad. But it's more accurate of finding a game that you will love and enjoy versus going to a game journalist website now. It's just they're too infected with the woke mind virus to be objective. And there's a couple things that I've read from certain players that have said, "Oh, well, this change here, here, and here, it looks bad." Okay, fine. There's certain aspects of this game that make her smile look creepy in certain cutscenes because in the original it just showed her smiling and now it shows these weird teeth. Okay, I get that, 100%. That looks weird. That's a fine criticism, but a lot of people are like, I'm enjoying this game. I've already played through it, and it's only been out for like 24 hours or so, give or take. 24, 48 hours, and the reviews are stellar from the users. Critics, crickets, literal crickets. And they're only putting out like like IGN's only put out gameplay of it. Someone's gameplay that played it. Not a review, just put out gameplay just so they can get more traction to their YouTube channel. So, my thought is if you're going to be looking for games, focus on games that people like you play. If you're a simulation fan, you love Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, things like that. Look up what people are playing and see what they're playing. And they're probably going to be like, "Oh, this looks good. This looks good." Yeah, stay away from Tales of the Shire. Okay, I will. And word of mouth is going to be the new way that we let each other know how good games are, because game journalists are no longer objective and no longer will review games on merit and gameplay and actual production release. So this is a sad thing. I'm not saying go out and buy this game. I'm not saying don't buy this game. I'm just saying this is kind of a weird new tactic the gaming journalist websites have now employed to combat things that aren't DIE friendly. So, until next time, my friends, as always, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.